In Plato's dialogue Protagoras, the central debate revolves around the nature of virtue. The sophist Protagoras embraces relativity by denying absolute truth, whereas Socrates stands in stark contrast by seeking universal principles. In the dialogue, Protagoras references the myth of Prometheus and Epimetheus, a narrative that holds significant implications for the ability of all individuals to participate in political decision-making, and consequently, the capacity to teach political virtue.
Here is the myth of Prometheus and Epimetheus. There was a time when there were gods, but no animals were on the earth. When the time came for them to go to the world, the gods created them in the innermost parts of the planet, using a mixture of soil and fire. Afterward, Prometheus and Epimetheus were tasked with looking after the creatures and assigning them to appropriate domains. Epimetheus granted some power but not speed, while he gave speed to the weaker ones. Some were given armor, while others were left without armor, but were bestowed with other abilities to guarantee survival. For those in small bodies, he provided them with wings for escape or underground dwellings, distributing other graces in a way that no race would perish from the earth. After providing animals with what they needed to survive and ensuring they wouldn't harm each other, he found ways to protect them from the weather, controlled by Zeus, by giving them thick hair and tough skin to shield them from the cold and heat. He also ensured they had suitable sleep coverings and different food types. However, he had already spent all his favors on animals and hadn't prepared for the needs of humans. When Prometheus noticed this, he saw that while other animals were well-equipped, humans were naked and barefoot. As Prometheus faced the challenge of finding a way to help humans survive, he decided to acquire technical knowledge and fire from Hephaestus and Athena. He believed that without fire, this knowledge would not be helpful to anyone. Prometheus then gave this knowledge to humans as a gift. Even so, humans still lacked the art of politics. Prometheus had to enter Jupiter's Acropolis to obtain this art. He secretly entered the joint workshop of Athena and Hephaestus, where they were working on their art. There, he deceitfully stole the art related to fire from Hephaestus and other skills from Athena and gave them to humans. This enabled humans to sustain themselves, but Prometheus eventually faced consequences for his actions. Now, as humans also shared in the knowledge of the gods, they were the only living beings to believe in the gods and to begin constructing altars and statues in their honor. Then, in his dignity, he quickly formed language and words, associating the syllables. He also found dwellings, clothing, shoes, layers, and the food that the earth gives. With these supplies, the people in the first days lived in waste, but states did not exist. Thus, they were destroyed by the beasts, because in all respects, the beasts were more potent than them. Their craftsmanship helped them find their food, but it could not save them in the war with the animals. The reason was that they did not yet possess political art, which is part of the art of war. They needed to come together and form alliances for their survival. However, their lack of political skills led to conflicts, causing them to disperse and become prey for the beasts. Zeus was concerned that our society would be lost and sent Mercury to bring order and justice to the people. Mercury was tasked with creating organized communities and fostering bonds of friendship among people. He asked Zeus how to distribute order and justice. Should I distribute them to a select few, similar to how other professions are divided among people? For example, one doctor serves many people, and the same goes for other artisans. Or should I give order and justice to everyone? Zeus replied, distribute them to everyone so everyone has their share. Just as few can't have a monopoly on other professions, the same should apply to order and justice. Enact a law with my seal. Anyone who fails to uphold their share of order and righteousness shall be put to death, as they threaten the state. Since then, when a topic requiring an architect's or other artisan's expertise is discussed, humans believe that only a few have the right to advise. However, when it comes to giving an opinion on a matter that requires political dignity, justice, and wisdom from beginning to end, everyone is free to speak and express their opinion. Everyone should have a stake in this virtue, otherwise the state cannot function.